I'm a YouTuber. So what I didn't really hear much from the presentation of the Financial Intelligence Center here is the aspect of growth within this domain of crypto and blockchain. You are much center your presentation around the regulation. And I don't see, and I don't think that that is the premise of this. The premise is really to, if your approach to this is primarily to regulate, you are missing the point. You have to find a way how best to elevate the scope of the Center Financial Intelligence, even in the space of maybe taxing. Because really the idea is to, this idea of wanting to institutionalize financial. We want to liberalize that space. That is the idea. Liberalize the space so that we are able to have more autonomy. You want to control that. I think we have to find a way, especially with colleagues who are at the bank, so that we don't crash in terms of those of us who want progressive, because the world is digital. And we can't do much with controlling. How do we elevate development in that space of digital growth? We can control where we can, but the avenue of digital is much bigger than Namibia. And we cannot just try to limit us within national confined law. We need to escalate the digital market as a whole. And I think don't try to confine the citizen within national law. There is a much bigger scope. I'm trying really to make a submission to the colleagues from the central bank to open up to the world of digital, not necessarily control. What is control? Namibia is minister in the scope of work of the world. So how do we benefit from the global chain of digital? Not necessarily focusing on just controlling. So you need to think beyond Namibia, even though you are a regulator. So we can participate. When I introduce myself, I said I'm a content creator. This YouTube, when you are a YouTuber, you want to make money from the video that you post on YouTube. How do you make money? YouTube is owned by Google. When you post videos, there's AdSense that they publish advert on your video. So that company, AdSense, is owned by Google. But if your country doesn't have a taxi treaty with US, you'll pay a tax of 24%. For example, Namibia does not have a taxi to US. So Namibian YouTuber, they have to pay to Google 24%. In South Africa, they pay nothing. For South Africa, there's a tax treaty with USA. So these are the things that we must try to understand. If you just focus on the scope of regulating your citizens within the national law, you're missing the point, and you're not participating in the progressive advancement of society within the global framework. It's just a comment for us to open up and appreciate, because the presentation from the colleagues from the financial intelligence is so much focused around regulation. It's fine to do regulation, but open up the scope of regulation and see how we can open our market, not necessarily confine our citizens, just regulating them. So whether you suspect people, that's the nature of the game. There is always culprit in the process, but those progressive who want to do things right, they must not suffer because of those things. Thank you.